Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm so excited about the guest I have today. She has a cool and amazing story. She's a mom and a grandma. So we're going to let Facebook do its thing, and then we're going to bring her on. Good morning, Barb. Thanks for coming on live. We'll add you here in a minute. Hey, Siv. Welcome in. Welcome in. So I don't know if any of you, hey JR, have ever been wearing your robe and doing your thing, but in honor of you, JR, today being the first full day that we don't have school, finally, I am like rocking it out this direction today. So my guess, I don't know if you've ever been allergic to your job, and I don't mean that as a joke, like literally have an allergy develop, but that is what we're going to talk about today and share her story of how she found this amazing, amazing company that we're all with. So it looks like the music says we're done, which was quick, but here you go. Hi, good morning, everybody. It's me, Sally, coming live from Tacoma, Washington, here in the Great Northwest. It is freezing here today. Hence the extra robe over the clothes so that I can stay warm while I come live from my home office. I know, rocking the black like you told me to, man. Anyways, so my special guest today is Miss Barb Hitt, and I'm going to bring her on here so she can start telling her story. I'm going to add her here. Because I think it's amazing and phenomenal, you know, how she can be a mom, a grandma, you know, she's rocking it in her product results, and she had something that she had done for 10 years that she's unable to do thanks to allergies. So I know I'm allergic to my job too, but not in the traditional sense of having an actual allergy. Just, you know, I'm allergic to work. Hi, Barb. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
I can. Good morning. So I was telling everyone before you came on how I love your story, because you literally are allergic to the job that you did prior to finding networking and what we're currently doing. I think you're frozen. See, we keep breaking the internet, and now half of us can't even like, comment, or but this particular woman is a very good friend of mine. She's always been available to literally help me with anything that I need. One of the first people who reached out to me and was like, Sally, I freaking love you. Let me help you with whatever you need. And so I appreciate that so much. That's one of my favorite things about this team, is that everyone is available to help. Everyone is loving each other and making sure that we know exactly what we're doing. And let's see if we can. Says she's back. But I don't think I've ever had support like this. You know, 25 years in the industry. I remember my first company having that, but never since. You're back. Maybe. Never having that type of support before. Never having a system that anybody could plug themselves into, whether they had experience or not, and have phenomenal results and grow, you know, to 6 figures. And that, I think, is what I love the most about what we are currently doing, is we have that. And we have a simple product to share. I mean, who doesn't like coffee? But when you add coffee, that's the hitter, you know, the winner chicken dinner, to quote my my mentor JR. Always talk about that, how it's amazing, and we love that. Well, and see, she's definitely sharing her video, and see if we can get her to show up here. We love technical difficulties. That has been the thing that we have noticed as a team, that for whatever reason we continue to make technical difficulties. Hello, Miss Barb. You're sideways now. Hello.
What? How can this? I know.
How can it work?
I don't know. My phone is.
It's okay. I think we have you now.
Okay. All right. Well,
You can hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Perfect.
My,
I can. So Barb, we're going to go right into it because I know we're having technical difficulties. I was telling these guys that you are allergic to something and that led you to networking. So can you tell everybody, your story? You're one of our up and coming leaders. You're on track to be hitting diamond here before we go to our big event in September. You're helping a lot of people change their lives. But what did you do prior to this that made it so that you had an allergy to your job? What were you doing?
I was a licensed cosmetologist, and I had
Looks like we have frozen again. We love the freeze. It is our main thing. So like she was telling you, licensed cosmetologist, 10 years, she told me her story earlier today. Let's see if we can get her back. There she is. Well, it is still thinking about. I mean, this is live, and you have to learn how to get over the setbacks, right? So you can have a comeback. And just a little bit that I've heard about Barb is, one, she was a licensed cosmetologist, and early on found out that she was allergic to everything. Can you imagine? You've put in time to go to school, you've invested your money, you think you know what you're doing, and you find out that maybe your body can't handle it, right? I've had that situation, not so much in a job, but I've taken things or eaten things and realized that, oh no, I can't do that. It's very difficult. It makes me sick, or it causes an allergic reaction. And that is always scary, especially, if you've invested your time and your money and your effort. Nobody wants to have that happen to them. We've all went those fabulous student loans, right? You'd hate to have a student loan that you can't get your recoup on because you can't do what you're doing. Let's see if it will let it come back on here. There you are. You're back. 3 times the charm, Barb.
times.
Okay, so you were telling everybody you were 10 years cosmetologist. What happened?
It was right after I had baby number 4, and I had started beauty school, and I had all these rashes all over my legs, and then it started going all over my hands. They did biopsies. I did patch tests, and I became allergic to plastic, rubber, hair dye, fur, leather, and printer's ink. And when I got those results, it's like, I said, okay, I was already wearing cotton gloves inside of plastic gloves to work. And it was just an ongoing.
I bet.
It was my life. It was my health or my life, because I was in awful shape. So you sometimes it's not meant to be. And I said not, and I hadn't even been diagnosed at that time with psoriasis. So I suffered with what they called contact dermatitis, which is an unknown origin, which I learned in school, which was very hard to accept. They give you little tubes about 3 inches long, cost $30 or $40, and had 4 kids at home trying to feed, and it wouldn't even cover my body. It's like, not having that. I'm done with that. So
wow.
It took me about 10 more years to say, okay, I am totally done with modern medicine. After they wanted to give me the Humana shot, and my insurance denied it, on top of which the company was willing to send it to me because it was $5,000 a shot. And then they said they would send it to me but they didn't say for how long. So the very first side effect was that if you ever quit taking the shot, it could come back worse. And it's like, no way, I'm not doing that. So that's when I started my journey of what finding out what I was eating, if that was a trigger for any of it. Sure enough, it took me 6 weeks to figure it out. Pork, peanut butter, and gluten are my 3 biggest triggers. So change your life, change your food, change your style. And then, oh my goodness, with our newest product, wow, undescribable.
So is that kind of what led you to Valentus? Was this search for looking at like what would help me? I mean, how many products have you tried? What kind of tell us a little bit about your journey? Because there are people that are watching that are sick, that are looking for solutions, that have tried everything. And I know that it gets frustrating, right? You get to that point where you're like, nothing's going to work. I'm done. And I've talked to 3 or 4 people that are literally in that place, and it breaks my heart, right? Because you know you have something, but it might have been a long journey to get to that point.
Right. I was with a former company and had figured out my triggers, and then things didn't work out there. So I moved on and I started with the coffees, and I've been with the company about 3.5 years, and through the ups and downs, you know, it's life, it goes on. And in May, when we launched the Optimum, that's when my life changed. So in the last 7 years, I have lost over 60 pounds twice because my skin, I'm deathly allergic to bees, wasps, and you get any of that extra venom and stuff in your body, and the first thing they want to treat you with is a steroid, and it just balloons me out to weighing more than I did when I was pregnant with any of my 5 children. So to feel 57 and say that I've lost 60 pounds twice in 7 years, that's huge.
That is huge. Congratulations. It takes a lot to do that. And a lot of people believe that when they're your age, it's impossible, right? Because of hormones,
absolutely.
age, gain.
Right. Yep.
So you said that there's some products that other things that have changed your life. What has been the newest change for you?
The newest change, I have to say, is the Emulin. And
I'm in a call, please.
And it is literally changed my life. I ran out of it. Hang on just 1 second. I have to do something for my husband. He called and said, I gotta have clothes on. And I wasn't
That's why we work from home, so we can do 10 things at once.
That's
I have a child banging on the door. Let me in. I'm like, you can't come in.
Right. So sorry.
Well, I can tell you that I'm with you. I love Emulin. It's actually with me, no medical claims, but completely made my blood pressure normal, which I love. And that has been an ongoing battle for me. You know, they're always telling me you're at stroke level. And I'm like, that's only because I'm stressed to the max.
Right. And I'm telling you what, it helps with my headaches too. And I'm telling you, I ran out of it the first of this week, and I knew it was coming. And I called the post office on Wednesday morning, and I drove and picked it up and set my alarm for every 4 hours so I could take it. Because when you have psoriasis, it is an autoimmune disease, and you can get arthritis from the psoriasis. And I had joints that hurt that I haven't hurt in 20, 30 years from like when I first got it. And it's like, wow. So I am back on it day 3. I took 8 the first day, and I took 6 yesterday, and I'm going to be okay with 6 today too. So, but I have another one coming in today. So I told a friend yesterday morning, I said, you know, I'm not for sure, but I almost have to say that I would have Emulin before my coffee if I had to pick between the two. And she said, oh, really? I said, well, this is one thing. I won't run out of either, but they are close neck and tuck. And I would say the Emulin is number 1.
Well, and I've seen the pictures. I'm going to ask you when we get done here if you'll post it in the comments between your legs,
Sure.
Right? That's where it's made a huge difference, just for people to see why you're so excited about it.
Right.
So,
and goals are to have it all cleared up. And I know that is not even something in my mind that I don't think is going to happen. I believe it with my whole heart. So yeah, it's super exciting.
Well, and you told me your goal, so I'm going to share it with the world because, I
Sure.
love to put it on blast. But your goal is to be a diamond in our company, which is 6-figure income, walk across the stage with no hose and show those beautiful legs off, right?
That absolutely.
And I can see by the pictures I've seen that you're getting there. So one last question, because we've been on here for a minute, but why is this company to you different than stuff you've done in the past? I know you've been a networker before. You haven't had a lot of success, but you're having amazing success here. You're building a team. You're lit on fire. What's different about it for you?
Well, for number one, people, the people that reach out to you, that as your support, that want you to succeed, that starts from the top, from Dave and Joyce Jordan all the way down, trickles to us. Peggy, Siv, Sal, you, JR, Gayla, everybody is 100% behind you to support you in whatever you say. Say, I need help. Help me. And you guys are there for us. It is amazing. Absolutely. And I never, I have had a steady income for the last 3 months that I never, ever, ever had with my other companies, ever.
Oh, how exciting is that, though, to say that it's steady? Because it's not a lot of networkers that can say that.
Right. Absolutely. It's just a life changer. Life changers. That's what we are. We're giving people hope. We're giving them faith. They can actually see a result quickly. And that doesn't happen always. Does not.
No.
And maybe it's not in the weight, but maybe it's the energy, or maybe it's you can get out of bed and you couldn't the day before. Maybe it's helping you have clear mental focus and not be depressed, or maybe it's you're losing inches. Do you take your scale with you to buy your clothes? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I when I first started, I lost inches. I didn't lose the pounds until we launched the Optimum in May. And in May, I lost the pounds, which was really awesome, because I was at another bad spot in my life. I had just had a allergic reaction to a hornet, and it stung me in the middle of my hand and the middle of a T tank top, like on my collarbone. And I am telling you what, it was, my hand swelled up so bad that it was 4 times the size of my other one within 24 hours of the bite. Yeah. So
wow.
I've learned a lot. First thing when you get stung by anything is you want to take a credit card or a hard piece of cardboard and get that venom out of there, because the longer it goes in, stays in, it goes clear through your whole system. So, it's just a live and learn situation where you figure things out. And not only am I allergic to things that I come in contact with, but I'm allergic to a lot of things that I smell, like ruby red diesel, or certain things just cut me off and I can't breathe. So there's moments when it's a smell you can't do, and you walk away immediately.
My daughter struggles with the same kind of thing. She's super sensitive to everything, and it's been life-saving for all of us here, and we're so grateful for the products alone. I've never been with a company, maybe you can agree with me, that you can make a difference. There's no questioning it. You don't have to guess. You don't have to think, like, because you've experienced it. And until you experience it, you don't know.
That's right. Absolutely. And it's so simple. Most of them you just mix with water, and how hard is that to do? You don't have to take it cooler with you and all that other stuff,
Yeah. So to close this out here, Barb, if there's somebody watching and they're interested, but they're on the fence and, they're scared, what would you tell them? How would you lead them from here on out?
Our famous words is, don't say no what you don't know. Give it a try. What in the world do you have to lose? You just don't.
No, nothing. Well, I am so grateful that you came on today. I know that we were going to do this earlier and life happens for both of us, but thank you for being available and to go through the fact that the computer wasn't working and to really be committed to making a difference in the world today.
Thank you, Sally. Thank you.
Of course.
I can't wait to see
And if you guys,
again soon.
yes, we will. And this is Sally. I'm going to be signing off. But if you know somebody who has shared this video and they're your friend, reach out to them. If you know me or Barb personally, reach out to us. You know, you don't have anything to lose except for the weight, the problems, and the inflammation. Other than that, you got nothing to lose. All right. Well, we will see you all on the next video. You guys have a blessed day. And thank you to everyone who watched and stayed with us through the whole thing. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.